So I was just sitting at my desk with my new microphone and still god-awful camera today, wondering what to make a video on. So then, instead of actually knuckling down and coming up with a genius and creative concept for a Hytale video, I decided to feed my latest addiction: drawing Hytale mobs in Paint 3D. And then it hit me. Why not make a video on that? And so today we are going to be talking about how I started making Hytale artworks, and how my art went from this to this in just 1 week. Well, less than 1 week, but it looks good for the thumbnail, okay? Now, you would have known about this if you were actually following my Twitter, at ftoast60, by the way. Yep, yes, nailed the integration. Admittedly, I'm not a very good artist, but I'm a way better one than I was when I first started, so let's go. It all began, as most stories do, with Kweebec Corner. I was watching his most recent Hytale news update when I thought, what if I made some intentionally crappy art, posted it, and asked Connor to put it in his next video? Ha ha ha, wouldn't that be funny? So I got right to work. I wanted to make it in the style of this piece done by EFS3, who you should follow on Twitter, by the way. He said he made this in Microsoft Paint, and so I decided to make mine in Paint 3D because I find it much easier to use than Microsoft Paint. So I got to work. I decided to draw a Kweebec, with them being Hytale's most iconic mob. So I drew the mob's outline, including feet, leaves, ears, head, arms, etc., filled it with some orange color. I wanted to add a little more detail, so I added some more shading and made these absolute abominations that I pretended to be the soles of their feet. Despite how ugly the drawing was, I actually thought it looked pretty decent. What a mistake that was, and decided to post it to Reddit and to my Twitter feed. I went to bed, woke up the next morning with something incredibly surprising: the thunderous applause of 10 Twitter likes and 50 Reddit upvotes. After getting a massive dopamine hit from this first artwork, I decided, hey, you know what? Why not make another? But I'd learned from my last piece. This time, it was not going to be a monstrosity. I had a few things about my last piece that I was going to change. I decided to stick with the theme of Kweebec, so I decided to draw the baby variant. My first piece had some very strange texturing, where in some parts I would draw lines of different colors to alternate it. Kind of, I think. I don't know why I did this, because it looks awful seeing it only 1 week later. I did keep this for the mob's eyes, but apart from that, that weird line shading is nowhere to be found on this design. I also decided to cut back a little on the thick black lines. I used this brush to create a fade effect that I really liked. Then I kind of just sprinkled this fade effect all across the design to give it shading, I guess, which is something that's only present in this artwork. The Baby Queeb one received a lot more support than my first one, mainly because it suffered from a condition known as not awful. It currently sits at nearly 100 upvotes on the Hytale Info subreddit, and 11 likes on Twitter, one of which being Bootycat. I was really enjoying it by that point, and so on that very same day, I made another piece which I would currently consider to be my best work. This is my third Kweebec art, this time of an autumnal elder, which is the third form of Kweebec, and they are beginning to become more like a tree, and as such become brown, and the coloration becoming more similar to that of autumn leaves. In this drawing, I completely removed the line shading. It wasn't even used in the Queeb's eyes. It was always super ugly, so I decided to just get rid of it. And it also took a long time to shade, and I'm very, very lazy. There weren't actually many noticeable changes between my second Kweebec and this one in terms of design, but it was just overall looks a lot more polished. It got 37 likes on Twitter from everyone from Kweebec Corner to Propsy to Bootycat to Noxy to the official Hytale account. This was a massive boost in confidence for me in making art. My next piece was a truck, and from that I learned the hard way not to fill the picture with ugly black outlines, as they are super ugly, and then I've made the Scaraks and so on and so forth. Now I'll show you a very, very sped up process of me making one of these pieces, this time of a Feran. while this has been fun, I'm not sure that I'll continue this. It was fun as a 1 week stint, but I don't know. I'll probably keep doing it for another week, but it's definitely not something I'm gonna keep up in the long term. I'll probably still make some stuff, but a lot less frequently. But, you know, if you want me to keep going, tell me what you think about that in the comments down below. I did the thing where I pointed down to the comment. I'm a YouTuber now. You guys should be proud of me. Okay, so that's all for this video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.